Okay. All right. So a couple people know about Lightroom. So I just have this picture open up on my iPad. So as you can see, the picture is dark at the moment, and we don't need that. This I'm editing to say I'm posted on Instagram, and on my backdrop, because it's a collapsible backdrop, there's a line in the middle of my backdrop because that is where it collapses. So there's like a fold there, and we don't want that. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to like remove all of those type of imperfections. Also, this little drainage right here on the floor, we're getting rid of that. So I am going to show you guys how to clean up the background and stuff like that too, and how to also get rid of all of these spots that is on your balloons, because some of the balloons do have a little dark nipple, as they might say. So I'm going to show you guys how to get rid of those, and also how to like brighten your photo. But at this moment, this picture is not good enough. I'm using the Pro, the Lightroom Pro, and I'm paying like a subscription monthly. I know that the free version doesn't come with like the remove feature, the erase feature and stuff like that. So it's very unfortunate. If you guys would like to like pay for the Pro version, it will really help a lot. But you can also use this other app called Airbrush. I just don't like how the pictures look after you download the pictures from Airbrush onto your phone. It has a little grains to it. So I'm using Lightroom Pro, and over here where you see the little band-aid right there, you have the option to remove something, heal, or clone. I usually use the remove feature first, and you can change the size of the brush. Like you can make it really small or you can make it big. So what I started with was removing all of these dark nipples from my balloons, especially the like super visible ones, because I don't need to see that when I post it on my Instagram. So I'm just going in, removing all of those dark spots. Make sure that your brush is not too big because you only need to be removing the dark spots. I'll be answering questions too, so if you guys have questions while we're going along, just let me know. If I'm moving too fast, also let me know. But I'm just going in, zooming in for most of these, and getting rid of all of those dark spots that's on my balloons. And you see what big of a difference it made already? Like most of the dark spots, they're gone. I'm just go over here and do these. Okay. And then I'm gonna come over this side. Okay. I think that was all. No, I have a couple over here. I'm starting light, you guys. I think I got all of them. Okay. Now that I have removed all of the dark spots from the balloons, I'm gonna go in and remove this drainage. I'm gonna make my brush a little bigger because the drainage is like a wider size than the dark nipples. Zoom in a little bit and remove this drainage. When I zoom back out, you can barely tell that there was anything there. Following? Yes, okay. Now I'm gonna go in and remove this line that's on the backdrop. And as I said, this line is from the folding part of the backdrop because it's a collapsible backdrop, so of course it has a line on it. I'm gonna make my brush a little smaller and start removing. Zoom in a little bit. Nobody need to see that. You guys see that? Big difference. I saw a little scratch down here on my backdrop. I'm gonna go ahead and remove that as well. Okay. Big difference. Following? Good. Okay. Remember, if you guys have any questions, you can go ahead and leave them in the chat box. So now that I've removed all of that from my picture, this is how I'm looking at the moment. And it's still not ready yet. My picture is too dark. Make sure that the brightness is up on my iPad too. My picture is too dark. I need to give my picture light. Okay, especially with this floor. The floor is kind of dark a little bit. So I'm going. I like to use, I have some presets already on my account. Like I have these little presets. But they also have, they also have recommended presets over here. And this is where it like automates a couple presets for you. And you can either use one of these presets and then like tweak it a little bit. Like this is kind of close to what I want, but it's not exactly what I want. Right? So that is what I would recommend if you guys don't want to like start from scratch, like using a preset. But these are my presets, and I think I'm going to use one of the presets that I already have, which is you either use this one, and I'm going to show you guys the exact specs, of course. I just want to know which one I'm using first. I'm gonna go ahead and use this Balloon Bright. Okay, it's like a filter, but now I go in and I see all of the specs. Like the exposure is just up a little bit. The contrast, we don't do anything with the contrast. Highlight, you bring that down a little bit. Like this is the difference with the highlight. Like if you go up, then your pictures or your balloons will just be too bright. It's just too much of a bright undertone. But if you go to the left, and this was at about like a 50, like you see that you can see all of the balloons clearly, but if you go up too much, then it's just too bright, it's too much. So highlight, I will just leave it at 50 as it was. I created all of these presets too, by the way. It's to make my editing process easier. For the shadow, it's all the way up because if you're usually the balloon backdrop usually looks like this. And the shadow is like all of those, the shadow of the balloons and like all of the background darkness. This is where the shadow comes in. If you bring it to the left, then it just makes the picture darker. But if you bring it to the right, then you get to like brighten up all of the shadows that the balloons left. So all of the shadows that's like on the floor and stuff. So I really love to bring my shadow up all the way, like to 100, because that really helps brightening up your picture. So shadow, always bring it up. With the white, especially if you're using brighter color balloons like my pinks, my blues, my whites right here, not too much the chrome, but all of the other bright colors is so good. If you bring the whiteness up, that will also help your balloons to like have that light effect. If you bring it down to the left, then you see how it's too dark. The shadowing do help to make it like bright a little bit, but you really need to bring this up a little more so your photos just feel a little balanced. I don't usually bring it up all the way because it just looks like it's too much highlight. So I usually just leave it between 70 and like 95. and that is just perfect for me because I still need to see the blue sky, you know what I'm saying? If I bring the whiteness too up, then the sky just looks white and the picture looks too fake. But if you keep it down a little, then you still get to see the blue sky and, you know, the cloud streaks. So maybe a 60 is good. Yeah. 1 second. Sorry. And then, all right, so we're at the blacks right here. As you can see, mine is at a -19. And if I bring it more over to the left, it just makes it so dark. It like put the shadow back in place. The shadow that we just got rid of. It'll put it back in place. And we don't want that. We need our photo to stay bright. So you can either move it to the right or you can gently take it to the left. But I had mine right here. And I can definitely take it over some to the right. Let's see how 20 looks. Because this way it also brightens the things that's in the background, like the backdrop, the pool, the floor, and stuff like that. And that is what we're looking for. I'm gonna leave it at a 15. I think 15 should be good. Yeah. I don't play around too much with the coloring. I just stay like in the lighting and the presets. That is where I stay. And the healing part of the app. So like these little things, if you really want your pictures to look perfect, you can go in and like remove all of these little imperfections that's in the tile on the floor. If you have the time. Sometimes I do, but sometimes if I'm editing really quickly because I need to post it right now, I just do the basics. But you can literally go in and remove all of these little things that's on the tile. It'll really make a big difference though. It'll just make everything look so clean and sleek in your picture. So that is how I edit all of my pictures, and that is how it looked before. And this is how it looks right now. Before, after. What do you guys think? Are you guys following along on your device as well? Let me know if that helped. Great. Okay. I would love to see some of your before and afters. So if you'd like to share, just send them to my inbox on Instagram. I would love to see some. So this is how it looked before, the editing, darkness, the lines, imperfections all over. And then this is how it looks now. Yeah. I'm still learning too. So as I learn new things, I will definitely come back and show you guys what I've learned. But for now, this is where my editing skill is at, and I'm liking it so far. I see a big difference in my Instagram feed, and that is what we want. Like, you need your Instagram feed to look aesthetically pleasing. So yes. All right, you guys. Do you guys have any questions? I can stay on here for the next 5 minutes, and then I'll go because I have to edit a video for you guys. Yeah. No questions. Okie dokie. Yes, Rudy. Please send yours on Instagram. You can send it to the real Loverlee or Loverlee Events on Instagram. Those are my two profiles. Alrighty, you guys. Hello, Claudia. Alright, guys. Thank you so much for joining. I'll be posting this on the feed so you guys could always go back and watch it. But the app is called Lightroom, and I'm using the pro version. The pro version gives you, it allows you to like remove things from your pictures and also like heal, like even out everything on your pictures. That is why I like using it. But the um the free version, you can definitely use it to brighten your photos, but it will not give you the option to like remove any imperfection on your pictures. You could also use Airbrush app. It's a free app. They do have like a paid version, but I think the free version of Airbrush, you'll still, be allowed to use like the healing or the erasing feature. So those are the two apps that I'll recommend. When I learn more about editing, then I'll come back and I'll show you guys. But that is all. I'll catch you guys in my next live. I'll try to go live one day this week. I'll be on bed rest, but I'll try my best.